Welcome back to my channel. My name is Insamle and today I'm going to share you all about the temptations that most of the Christian face in these generations. Temptations may be of different types, but that I'm going to share is about the sexual temptations. Sexual temptations may turn into sins if you don't overcome it, like fornication, sexual immorality, or adultery, as most of the girls and boys are having sexual intercourse before the marriage and the husband and wife, besides her husband and wife having sexual intercourse with the other husband, with the other wife, committing adultery. So I'm going to read a Bible verse from 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 13. Flee sexual immorality. Every sin that a man does is outside the body, but he who commits sexual immorality sins against his own body. So, as it is written clearly here that sexual immorality, and I think among the sins also, I think this is the biggest sin, as we are sinning against our own body. So I want you all to understand that you are not alone who are facing these temptations. Even me was a girl who was like in the same conditions but I have overcome it, and still now also I'm a single girl, so I may face the same temptations, but I must take a way, or I must take a step in order to overcome it. Yeah, sexual temptations may be powerful enough, but we can defeat it, or we can overcome it with the help of God. So I'm going to read Bible verse again. So First Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13. No temptation has overtaken you except such as is common to man, but God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but with the temptation you will also make the way of escape, that you may be able to bear it. So it is written here clearly that God doesn't give us temptations which we cannot bear it, and which we cannot overcome it. He gives us the temptations which we can bear it and which we can overcome it. And it is written here clearly that God even give us a way to escape from that temptation. So it is in your hand in order to overcome the temptations or resist the temptations. So I'm going to give you some ways in order to resist temptations or overcome temptations. Point number one is by meditating the words of God. Without the words of God, you cannot overcome it. As Jesus was also tempted by the devil after finishing his 40 days fasting, that he has been tempted, saying that if you're the Son of God, turn that stone into bread. But Jesus answered or replied that through the words of God, or through the scriptures, saying that man cannot live alone, but man cannot live by the bread alone, but by the words that come from the mouth of God. So as God overcome this temptation through the scriptures, so we must also follow his ways, that he how he had overcome. So we must meditate the words of God in order to overcome. And point number two is by praying about it. So you know that it's your weaknesses, it's my weaknesses, we must pray about it, and we must share to God and talk about it to God, that we are having a weaknesses in these situations. Please God, help me to in order to overcome it. And so point number three means by removing the source that lead into temptations. Don't allow yourself, or don't put yourself into that positions that may tempt you, like by watching pornography, or by using like by seeing the bad pictures, or what don't allow, or by having mass clothes, like closeness with the opposite sex, that may tempt you more. So it is in your hand to overcome it. So don't allow yourself to be tempted. Don't put in that positions. So remove other sources that tempt you. And point number three, so I've given you point number three, and point number four is like by keeping yourself busy, like by working for the church, like group activity, fundraising, or Bible studies. You must keep yourself busy in all these things in order to overcome it. And point number five, remember, as it is written clearly in Romans chapter 6 verse 23, for the wages of the sin is death. So if you sin, then your wages will be a death. So remember this. So point number one is by meditating the words of God. Point number two is by praying about it. Point number three is by removing the source that lead into temptations. Point number four point number four is like what was it? I forgot. Point number four is like by keeping yourself busy, and point number five is remember that the wages of the sins is death. So hope it will help you in resisting the temptations. Thank you all for watching my videos, and I really thank God for helping me and for making me this understand and for sharing to and give me the time or give me the this opportunity to share you all. So thank you all and God bless you all. If you like my channel, please subscribe to my channels. Thank you.